The travel itinerary, right? It's not important. Yeah, but writing it will help boost your chances of getting the visa approved because it gives a structure of what you are doing, what you are going to do, activities, and it gives a clear mental picture of the things you will be doing while in the UK for your assessment and all of that. It differs from person to person. So whatever I'm saying here is just a generalized one, and I'll be telling you the tips of how to write it, what to look out for, and all of that. So let's get started. I'll be using my phone, so it's a little bit more easier for me to, explain things. Okay. So when writing a travel itinerary, okay, it needs certain things needs to be there, okay? And just like what a, an itinerary is, an itinerary simply is a summary of your trip, literally a summary of your trip, what you are doing on the trip, where you'll be visiting, all of those stuffs like that, okay? So it's literally a summary of your trip. So don't so it needs to be clear, precise, and detailed as well. You need to give detailed information and it demonstrates that you know what you are doing and it has to be in line with the visa recommendations, with the visa, the things you can do with that visa per se. As I know you are applying for a visit visa, so it has to be in line with the visit visa per se. So the first thing you have to do is have clear date and duration of stay, okay? It has to do with things like your arrival and departure date, the length of stay. Okay. For arrival and departure date, it has to do with things like specific travel dates, including the day you enter the country and the day you will be leaving. So it has to be there. Okay. And the length of stay as well is something that has to be there as well. How long would the trip be? Is it for 10 days? Is it 15 days? Most of the time, people use 14 days, which is literally 2 weeks, which is like they travel, they say they will be in the UK for 2 weeks so that it reduces their costs and all of those things like that. So you need to have clear dates and your duration of stay should be there as well. Another thing that you should have is a detailed accommodation information. Okay, I won't stress this too much because it's pretty obvious. You need to know where you will be staying, the address of the person, all of those stuff has to be there, which makes it much more easier for the UKVI to know that you're actually genuine and all of those things like that. Can be a friend, family, but make sure you mention their full names, address, and contact details so that they know that this is where you'll be going and all of those things like that. And if you'll be staying in a hotel before they pick you up, maybe you stay at the hotel, airport, all of those things. Make sure you have a booking reservation or confirmation or whatever, and attach the booking number or the booking reference to the itinerary per se. Okay, so the third thing you need to be aware of and include in your travel itinerary is the flight information itself. Okay, so if you're definitely you have to pay for a round ticket. Some airlines they don't allow people with visit visas to pay one way because it's like how will you come back if you're on a visit? Visit means you have to return back at the end of the day. So sometimes they don't allow people to pay one way ticket. So you need to give details of your flight, where the flight is leaving, maybe from your home country or where you are to the UK, how long it will take, and all of those things. Yeah, you don't need to remember, do not pay for the ticket, okay? Do not pay for the ticket. You can literally go online and search it. The day you want to travel, you need to search it online. For example, if I'm traveling on the first, okay, the first of October, and I will be returning on the 14th of October. So I'll go online, check where I am, maybe my country, nearest airport, from flight from the first and return on the 14th, and then I'm going to put it, and then it gives me like a general sense of how much it will cost, all of those things when I arrive. So these are the things that you need to add there. Okay? And also you need to make sure that you add the screenshots and all of those things in the application per se. Make sure you have those screenshots there as well. So it's like the proof. Whatever you are saying has to have some proof. As I mean, you can't be saying things in the air without proof. So another thing you need is simple. Why are you coming here in the first place? Why are you coming here? The intended travel should be reflected in the travel itinerary. Okay. So you might say first day arrive Heathrow or Gatwick or Birmingham or whatever. You list them, whatever you'll be doing, going to the gym, going to swim, exercising, visiting family, all those stuff like that there. However, don't forget to mention the main reason you are here, which is for your assessment. Say the date, the location of the assessment, how you will get there, and all of those things. Remember also include supporting documents. Supporting documents is probably what you should have been doing in the first place, which is things like your invitation letter. If you'll be going there by train, maybe check online, get a like a train ticket, not a train ticket, but just screenshot the price of where you are to the CPC location or the Army Assessment Center or wherever. You screenshot that and then you add them there. Remember to write under and explain each screenshot. So it's much more easier for you to do. Okay. So another thing which really helps is how accurate you are in breaking down the itinerary itself. Okay. So like I was mentioning earlier that 14 days. So 14 days, you means you have to do things within those 14 days. So the first day might be arriving Heathrow, picked up by my sponsor, who is blah 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 ABC. He has his car, he will take me to his house, all those things like that. That is how you are able to break them up. And also make sure you also include those information as well, contact information, all of that stuff. Okay. So the seat point, one other point you should consider is the transport and travel within the country. Okay, how will you be moving within the country? Yeah, how will you be moving within the country? Is it by driving? Is it by train? Is it by bus? Is it by walking? All of those stuff. What I would recommend is use the bus. Just ride, but I mean you can walk, but make it look as if you are also spending money there. So you can use a bus, you can use a train, all of those things to actually say where you're going. For example, if I'm going to the gym, right? For myself, I had to go to the gym, to the swimming pool for about a month to help myself increase my swimming. So yeah, so literally it was quite about an 2 hours walk. So literally, I was taking the bus every day was about £2 or something. So I will walk one way, then I trek back home. I mean, I had nothing to do. So those things were things that I included in my travel itinerary. Why? Yeah. So that is something you should be doing as well. And remember, don't forget to give proof of those things as well. So the bottom line of whatever I'm saying is whatever you say, give supporting proof for it. Okay. Then another point which you should obviously know is the financial proof. Yeah, financial proof. I mean, you cannot be saying you are going to spend money, do this without showing proof of it. I mean, bank statements, all of those things like that should cover it. Okay, and proof of funds, obviously, which means bank statements and all of those stuff like that. Um, Okay, another thing you should consider is when writing your travel itinerary, which is quite silly but important, is considering the visa type. I mean, you cannot be saying that you are coming for a visit visa and you say that you are coming to get a job. I mean, it doesn't really make sense. It's just like saying you are coming to visit someone and saying that you will stay in that person's house permanently. It doesn't make sense. So avoid those type of things when writing your travel itinerary. Yes, I know you are coming to join the Navy assessment, they invited you, all of those things. But in the itinerary, it should say that yes, there's a possibility that you will remain, but you have your return ticket. You will return back to your country if you are unsuccessful. But if you are successful, you will remain here and continue. Make sure you make that known as well, because it shouldn't just be that yes, you are coming here for a job. I mean, it's not a visit visa. Some of the UK VIs can be really tricky sometimes. And also, you can include emergency numbers as well. Maybe emergency numbers of your sponsor or someone in case of anything that they want to call in case of, anything happens, you can and put that. And another thing you should know, right, is when you are writing it, try to be as flexible and realistic. Okay, be flexible and realistic. You cannot say something like you're going to spend £5,000 in 2 days. I mean, it's quite a lot. It raises a lot of suspicion. So be realistic, okay, in your expenditure and all of those things. And yeah, I mean, just be realistic. Put yourself in the UKVI's position that what will I do or what am I looking for in a person's application? In general, just be realistic in your application, okay? So I'll just give you a walkthrough of a sample, okay? A sample of a travel itinerary, which is not really difficult to write, okay? So, heading, tourist visa, travel date, you put the travel date, whatever. The duration of stay should be there, the country you are visiting, day one. So when you are like trying to break them the itinerary down, try and put it in. You can write it in the form of bullet points, or you can make like a chart or like a table, rather not a chart, but a table, and put them in day one. Activities I would do, accommodation, all those things, transportation, all those things. So it makes it much more better and much more clearer. Okay. So, and last tip for those who have watched this video to the end, right? The last tip that I will give you, which is probably, if you know it, you won't even need to watch this video, right? Is use ChatGPT. Okay. Use ChatGPT to write your travel itinerary. When I say use it wisely. Yeah. You can use it to write your itinerary. However, you will need to edit things on it. It gives you like a sense of structure. So in the next video, I will tell you how to use it to write literally the whole of your visa applications, those letters you are writing, those cover letters, all those things. I'll tell you how to use it and some other tips. So subscribe and wait for the next video. Ciao. See you next time.